welcome to a historic edition of NXT. We are going to be crowning for the first time ever the NXT World Heavyweight Champion. It is going to be Bray Wyatt versus Langston in the final of the NXT title tournament. That is going to be tonight's main event. That is going to be a spectacular main event for you guys this evening. But we're going to be kicking this show off with singles action. It is going to be Fandango accompanied by the lovely Summer Rae taking on Adrian Neville. So these two guys, obviously future stars here on NXT. Last week we saw Summer Rae unsuccessful when she faced off against AJ Lee. At the end of that contest, we saw Summer Rae in a pretty bad physical state after the Black Widow. Fandango returning to NXT last week to the aid of his partner, and that has prompted Fandango to be in action tonight on the show. So Adrian Neville so far not had a particularly great run on NXT, only had one match, with that match being a losing effort in the NXT World Title Tournament. He lost to Bray Wyatt in the opening round. So Neville, the British-born grappler, gonna be looking to get back on track this evening. Neville Fandango, this one gonna be a great contest. Neville now off the springboard. Oh, we can't connect. Fandango out of the way. A series of right hands, Irish whip. Fandango just like that, taking Neville down again. Huge drop kick by the very talented and athletic Fandango. Fandango, a former NXT superstar, temporarily moved over to Smackdown, but recently moved back over to NXT by the orders of William Regal, of course, the NXT general manager. Oh, and as I'm saying that, Summer Rae taking a fall to the outside of the ring. I thought it distracted Fandango, but Summer Rae appears to be okay, and Fandango straight back to work on Adrian Neville. Off the ropes. A springboard senton. Back into the cover. Plenty of near falls on this one, but the match does continue. Neville, though, one of the most talented wrestlers on this NXT roster. As I said, British born, and one of the most exciting prospects we have got on the show. But clearly not enough so far. Fandango, the more experienced wrestler of the two, or at least in regards to being in the WWE, taking advantage. And now you can see, feeling like he's in full control, having a little dance, having a bit of fun with the crowd in this full capacity arena this evening. But just like that, Adrian Neville over the top rope, taking Fandango down. And now Neville's turned to have some fun with the crowd. Both men back to their feet, and as I'm saying that, Neville throwing him into the steel steps, and Fandango could be in deep trouble. Summer Rae, no choice but just to look on. Again, this match, back and forth. Fandango once again in control. A series of right hands. Adrian Neville in the corner. Back into the ring they go. Fandango back into the cover once again. Referee only get a 2 count. But great tactics by Fandango there. As soon as Neville got to his feet, you saw Fandango take him straight back down with that float around DDT. Great strategy shown by the young Fandango. And now continuing this assault. Going to be going for a Falcon Arrow, look like. Deciding this time not to go for the cover. Instead, going to be putting Neville in the corner. As I said, Fandango, the much more experienced member in regards to WWE action. But do not discount Adrian Neville, having made a name for himself and spending years on the independent scene. This guy is a sure future star and a future world champion here in the WWE. We just saw a series of kicks. Now here we go. Corner Fandango to his feet. On a Tiger Suplex. A Tiger Suplex, that could be the setup for the next move we're about to see. But Summer Rae distracted Neville, grabbing the feet, allowing Fandango to grab that Bulldog. And now Fandango was in trouble one moment, now in full control. And referee. The referee saw it. Referee not happy with what he saw with Summer Rae grabbing the feet of Adrian Neville. And now Summer Rae being sent to the back. Fandango looking on in dismay. Cannot believe his manager is being sent away from ringside. But oh, Neville to his feet. On the reverse Hurricanrana. Fandango distracted by the dismissal of Summer Rae. Neville taking advantage of that reverse Hurricanrana. Now going to the top rope. The corkscrew superstar press. One of the most beautiful moves in wrestling today. No way Fandango getting up from the corkscrew superstar press. Adrian Neville getting the 1-2-3. Neville back on track here on NXT. And a great victory and great match to kick off tonight's show. Bray Wyatt down the back of GM William Regal. And Regal not happy with whatever Bray Wyatt was saying. Of course, Bray Wyatt in tonight's main event to crown the first ever NXT World Champion. Bray Wyatt, Biggie Langston still to come. But coming up next, we are going to be witnessing the debut of Alexander Rusev as he takes on Kofi Kingston. Now Rusev, as I said, making his debut, and on the bell is gone. It is official. Rusev is officially the first ever Bulgarian to compete here in World Wrestling Entertainment. Kofi Kingston, of course, not an NXT superstar, rather a Smackdown superstar, but due to the working relationship between NXT and Smackdown, by the invitation of William Regal, Kofi Kingston a guest tonight on NXT. Oh, Rusev into the corner, but Kofi Kingston with a kick. Off the ropes. Oh, go for the springboard crossbody, but Rusev too quick. And the Brute just taking Kofi down the big elbow. Following it up now with the drop kick. And Rusev, this guy, for sure going to be a huge superstar here in NXT. He is 6 foot, 305 pounds, and at only 28 years of age. This guy is a star in the making. And Kofi being caught in mid-air into that fall-away slam. The Bulgarian Brute, as he is known, destroying Kofi Kingston in this one. But Kofi attempting a comeback. Of course, Kofi, a former champion here in WWE. And despite Kofi's young age, you've got to say he's fairly experienced. Oh, but that time, not experienced, because Alexander Rusev catching Kofi into that powerbomb and snapping Kofi down hard onto the mat. Kingston now in a terrible predicament. Rusev lining Kofi up. What is he going for? Oh, into the corner. 305 pounds, snapping the neck back of Kofi Kingston. And Rusev making a name for himself here on NXT. Now applying his finishing maneuver. I believe he calls this the Accolade. We know it more as the Camel Clutch. And the Accolade, the Camel Clutch, whatever you want to call it, forcing Kofi Kingston to tap out. So Alexander Rusev, the Bulgarian Brute, making a successful debut here on NXT. What a victory and what a bright future for this young NXT superstar. Coming up next, it is going to be the main event. But breaking news now from GM William Regal. We now know why exactly Bray Wyatt wasn't happy before. Breaking news, William Regal has made tonight's main event a steel cage match, making it near impossible for the Wyatt family to interfere. So the main event coming up next, now confirmed to be a steel cage match at the orders by NXT GM William Regal. What a main event this is going to be, made only better now because it has got the stipulation on it. Bray Wyatt, Biggie Langston, a steel cage match to crown the first ever NXT World Champion. We're underway, and these two big men going at it straight away in the middle of the ring, punch after punch. Here we go, Bray Wyatt sending Langston off the ropes. Oh, but Langston taking him down with the STO. What a match this is going to be. As I said at the top of the show, this is going to be making history. This is crowning the first ever NXT World Champion. Two great superstars, and it is sure to be a great hard-hitting main event. What a tournament we have witnessed. We started off with 8 great superstars. We are now down to 2. Biggie Langston making his way to the final by defeating Brad Maddox and Sami Zayn. And Bray Wyatt defeated the likes of Adrian, Neville and Cassius Ohno. Who can forget that amazing Falls Count Anywhere match we witnessed last week? Arguably the match of the year. Ohno and Wyatt going all out to see who would make it to the final. Of course, we know in the end, thanks to that apron spike DDT and the Sister Abigail through the announcers table, Bray Wyatt victorious, making his way to the final this evening. So Bray Wyatt, Big E Langston, what a match we are witnessing. Langston in control at the moment. Langston going up high. Oh, top rope clothesline. A top rope clothesline by the 290-pounder from Tampa, Florida. Who says big men can't fly? A near 300-pound missile off the top rope, taking down the leader of the Wyatt family. The crowd going insane, loving the steel cage match. The big shoulder thrust and the 300-pounder in the corner. Of course, both these men in that 300-pound mark. Both these great superstars doing all they can do, giving all they can give to become the first ever NXT champion. As I said before, this truly is making history on a historic edition of NXT. Langston now with that strength, that gritter press slam, taking the 300-pound Bray Wyatt down the hard way. And as we know, this match is a steel cage match, as orders by the GM William Regal. So Luke Harper, Eric Rowan are not going to be interfering in this one. This one's strictly one-on-one, no interference. And also take note, this isn't a traditional steel cage match because you cannot win by escaping. The only way to win this match is either by pin or submission. It looked like Bray Wyatt was going to be going for his finisher. Langston doesn't want any part of it now. Oh, and throwing Bray Wyatt into the steel. The cranium of Bray bounced off that steel cage. And then we go for a second time. Bray Wyatt again bounced off that steel. Langston in firm control currently. Oh, Bray Wyatt off the reversal. Oh, and a huge clothesline. Again, just like every start on NXT, these two, full of potential, young in age, sure to be huge stars in the WWE for years to come. Oh, and a sit-down powerbomb out the corner. But Wyatt that time not going for the cover. Instead deciding to continue this punishment on Big E Langston as he picks him to his feet. T-bone suplex that time. Again not going for the cover, picking Langston to his feet once again. What is this? Langston in trouble. Oh, and a 300-pound clothesline, sending Langston, who was caught on the ropes, into the steel cage. And the crowd not happy with what they're seeing. But you've got to say, this has been a fantastic main event. Again, I keep saying it, but we truly are making history. Who is going to be the first ever NXT World Champion? So far, you've got to say Bray Wyatt is looking like, but no. Big E Langston reverse and Sister Abigail again. Into the corner. These two great superstars still battling it out. And Bray Wyatt thrown into that exposed steel turnbuckle that he did previously. Langston though not paid off that time. Into the DDT. And here we go. Bray Wyatt throwing him into the exposed turnbuckle. Into the German suplex. Of course, Bray Wyatt exposed Matt Turnbuckle previously. And of course, this is a no disqualification match. So from that point of view, all is well, all is fair. Bray Wyatt unconventionally going to the top rope. Oh, and Big E Langston with that power again. Catching Wyatt, taking him down into that power slam. Kick to the gut. Here we go, signature time. Oh, the variation of the back body drop. The modified back body drop, should I say. Big E Langston now going to be calling for the big ending. Can he connect? Not this time. Bray Wyatt reversing the big ending. And again, Langston thrown into that exposed steel. Big shoulder thrust by Bray. And another one. Oh, look at this. Bray Wyatt placing the skull of Big E on that exposed turnbuckle. What is Wyatt going to be going for? Clothesline, no. Oh, Wyatt misses it. Head bounces off the steel turnbuckle. Oh, and a big ending. The big ending from nowhere. 1, 2, 3. And Biggie Langston has done it. Biggie Langston taking advantage of the exposed steel turnbuckle that Bray Wyatt exposed previously. Wyatt bouncing skull first off the steel, walking into the big ending. And we have made history. Biggie Langston is the first ever NXT World Heavyweight Champion. Folks, we have made history. We have crowned our first ever champion. What a show this has been. This has been what we want at ringside. We have got our first ever NXT World Champion. And I'll see you all next week.